Hello student, this video is regarding the same subject which is called auditing. Under this video I am going to discuss about topic which is audit program and audit notebook. First of all I am going to talk about audit program, that what does the audit program means. First of all I am going to its definition, that is audit program is a detailed plan of the auditing. The audit program is a detailed plan of the auditing work to be performed, specifying the procedure to be followed in the verification of each and every kind of item in financial statement and giving the estimated time required. Means auditing program is a kind of a schedule which is prepared in which all the plans, all the procedures of performing the audit task is written, according to which all the auditing of the company is going to be done. Now if I am going to talk about its characteristics, first is written. A full audit program should be in the form of written. Next is clear cut. A clear cut instruction should be provided in the audit program, that what you have to perform, what you have to do during the auditing work. Next is distributions of work. All the person work should be clearly defined in an audit program. That what they have to do regarding each and every kind of books which is prepared by the company. So all the persons should be clearly defined, that what the individuals has to perform after going there, or we can say after starting the work of an audit. Next is flexible. Additions and subtractions can be easily made in the audit program. It should be like that. There should not be so much flexible. It should be so much flexible that it can be added or subtracted if any of the program is going to be needed. Suppose that if any of the program or any of the alterations is need to be made while in the audit program, so that the work should be done in effective and efficiently way, so it should be a kind of a flexible environment in the audit program that should be performed by an auditor. Next is on the basis of work scope. According to the work scope, what will be the workplace, what will be the nature of work is to be defined. Next is determinations of responsibility. If any objection is made in an audit report due to its limitations, then a particular person will be responsible. So there will be the determination of responsibility of each and every kind of task. Next is objective. Objective of an auditing to be done should be clearly defined, that why the auditing is going to be made. So its major objective should be defined by the every individuals who has came to do an auditing and also be written in the audit program. Next is on the basis of accounting system. If an auditor knows the information related accounting standards and double entry system, then only he is to be appointed as an auditor to audit a company. Next is examinations with important vouchers. In an audit program, it is stated that an important voucher should be verified and should be checked. Next is signature, state and column. In audit program, after making, an auditor should sign it. After making the audit program, auditor should sign that audit program. He should liable to put the date and put the columns etc. on that program. Then only it is treated as verified and treated as perfect audit program. Next is rechecking. After making an audit program, it should be rechecked to find out the errors and mistakes if it involves. Now I am going to talk about types of audit programs. Here the types of audit program is being classified as, first is fixed audit program. Under fixed audit program, when we decide that what we have to do during the auditing, when we decide that what we have to do during the auditing work, what will be the procedure of audit which cannot be changed at any cost. Here it is the program which cannot be alterated if it is needed. It is fixed. The things which is written in audit program should be followed at the time of auditing. Whatever the situation is regarding is not going to be changed, so it is fixed. If we talk about its advantages, first advantage, it is very simple and easy to follow, that you are giving any kind of a task in the form of a written, and you have to just read it and follow all the tasks which is written in the audit program. Next is act as a guide to audit assistant, particularly to new ones. Yes, if a newcomer is performing an audit work, then it acts as a guide. Third is no chance to left out or overlooked by audit assistant. Yes, it is no chance to be left out, because audit assistants are very much concerned about audit program. So it is no chance to left out or overlooked it. If we talk about the perfect definition for this audit program, then it is to be classified that when we decide that what we have to do in auditing, or what we have to do during the auditing task, what will be the audit program and what will be the procedure, is kind of a audit program, which is the perfect definition for the fixed audit program. Now, after having three advantages, also it also comprises of several disadvantages too. First is difficulty in including new ideas and techniques, because it is predefined. What you have to do, it is predefined, so you cannot include new ideas and new techniques. Next is fear of errors and fraud. Yes, fear of error and fraud should everywhere. It is everywhere in the audit program also. Next is lack of moral effect on employees, because here employees are not allowed to involve their techniques, or we can say involve their thinking ability in that audit program. It is said that it is fixed audit program, and what is written in the audit program should be followed by each and every kind of employees. So it is the lack of moral effect on employees. Next is loss of initiative to be able or efficient employees. If an efficient employee is also going to do an audit work, then he is not supposed to include his or her talent in that particular audit, because it is fixed and he only have to follow the guidelines. Next is flexible audit program. If we ask about its definition, that it does not require to follow any procedure. It is not going to follow any procedure. It can be changed timely according to the work and situation. It is not like that here the written audit program is not given. Yes, it is given, but it is not a fixed audit program. It can be flexible according to the situation which is going to be arrived at that point of time. If we talk about its advantages, first is it is flexible. As we all know by the name only, there is flexible audit program. It is flexible, as such can be adopted in changing situations. Next is it initiates on the part of audit staff. It initiates on the part of audit staffs. Next is protection from frauds. Next is changes can be made as per the changing circumstances. It is very important part, that changes can be made as per the changing circumstances. Next is control over fraudulent employees. If it is flexible, then no employees can even try to make changes on the audit program, as it can be changing in nature. So no communication can be made that whether the changes is being made or not. Next is adjustment of suggestions given by the employees. Yes, if the employees is giving any suggestion which is good to follow, then it can be adjusted in that particular audit program, so that the auditing should be done in a very efficient and a very good manner. If having such advantages, then it's also comprising some disadvantages too. Now look at disadvantages. First is it may increase auditor's liability. If it is flexible, then we are going to add on various kinds of things. So it can be increase the auditor's liability, because now he has make up his mind before the audit that he have to do suppose that 2 tasks, but according to the flexible audit program, it's some tasks are going to be joined day by day. Then the liability of the auditor will increase. Next is it may leave important matter unattended by the audit assistant. Yes, it may leave our important matters, because it is flexible audit program, then it is going to be changes in every day, in every single minutes. So maybe some matters could be left by the audit assistant to tell the main auditor that it should be done in such a manner. So it has some advantages, so it has some disadvantages too. So now I'm going to talk about the audit notebook. Audit notebook is a very important thing, that auditor keep a notebook with him, and the main important figures are just noted by him, so that in future he can prove that I had made the correct audit of that particular company, if in case shareholders goes in the court. It is very simple that audit keeps a notebook and writes each and every kind of figures, each and every kind of data regarding the sales book, regarding the purchase book, that nobody can put any kind of a fraudulent attitude towards the auditor, that he has given us wrong information, that's why our loss has been happened. So that he could get the justice by showing this audit notebook, that I have noted these figures at that time, so it is correct. So that audit notebook acts as a future evidence for an auditor. It helps in preparations of audit report, because he has just noted some kinds of things, so that it could include in that audit report. So audit notebook is very much necessary. It helps for future reference and guidance, because as he has recorded each and every kind of data, so he could easily gather that information for future reference and guidance. Next is replies are recorded. So in that audit notebook, the replies are also recorded of each and every kind of officials involved in the company. Next is content of audit notebook. What things should be included in the audit notebook? So now I'm going to look after those things. First is name of the business, structure of the business, nature of the business, important provisions of article of association, memorandum of associations, and deed. List of books maintained by the organization. Here list of books means purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, these kind of books. What kind of books is been maintained by the organization is to be stated in this audit notebook. Next is accounting method followed by auditing, any irregularities found, mistakes, error found, a name of the keys officials, their rights and duties, list of missing vouchers, program of audit work, books records not available for audit. What are the books, what are the records which is not available for audit work during the time of auditing? It should be recorded in audit notebook. Next is date of commencement and completion of audit work, balance of important ledger account, what accounts have credit balance, which account have debit balance, so it should be recorded in a perfect manner. Matter of future reference, important contract that is been made by a business, BRS, that means bank reconciliation statements, and the suggestions made to the client. What are the suggestions that should be followed by a client? These suggestions given by an auditor should also be mentioned in this audit notebook, and the matter required the discussion with the seniors also be included in this audit notebook. Now I'm going to talk about its advantages. Audit notebook has several advantages too, like a proof in court, known about progress of work, help in future planning of audit work, helpful in preparing the audit program, records helpful matters, quality of work, or quality of audit work should be improved. It has several advantages, like also free from danger in changing figures. Like I have recorded some figures, and after my auditing work is completed, they have changed the figure. So it could be a hold of an proof that I have noted this figure, so it is correct. You have changed this figure, so you have done a fraud. So audit notebook is a kind of a very important task, very important thing that should be made by each and every kind of auditor. Next, if we talk about its disadvantages, first is helpless in defending auditor if not made carefully. Yes, it is very helpless if auditor is not carefully recording the figures. Next is audit staff negligence. Maybe audit staff does keep secret something, so it could be negligence. Maybe it should be concealed. Lack of secrecy is going to be maintained because books can be misused. Next is may create misunderstanding between the audit staffs. It could create misunderstanding between the company and the audit staff. You can say between the company and the audit staff, that why you have recording the wrong transactions. I have shown this transaction at the time of audit work. So it could be something like that you have recorded the wrong transaction, but I have shown this transaction and you have done a wrong thing, so you are the responsible for it. So it could be done like this. So it has some disadvantages too in the manner which I am telling you. Now, at last, it is dependency of audit staff on client staff. Yes, it is a kind of a dependency of audit staff on client staff. That client is saying something, so it should be recorded in the audit notebook. Neither could be made. So it's kind of a disadvantage. So this is the full video regarding an audit notebook and all. So thank you for listening to this video, and do like, share and comment your views. Do subscribe my channel Manish Kumar on my important topics to get all important lectures regarding BCom. Hope you like this video. Thank you.